Hi, it's Marieta. Thanks a lot for tuning in. In this video, I actually want to answer your question whether you should apply for change of status in United States or should you apply through the consular processing in your home country. So let's do this. So this is actually a dilemma that some of you might be facing, right? Especially if you are about to apply for a visa and you are thinking, should you fly to United States under B visa, change the status in United States, or should you do it through US consulate? However, you're not sure because you heard that it takes forever to get a visa through US consulate, or maybe the backlog is so crazy that it might take years, right? So let's break it down. So if you are someone who is thinking to get, for example, student visa, right? Then yes, I recommend that if you find out that there is a giant backlog in your embassy in your home country and you don't want to wait for clearing this backlog, you can actually fly to the United States and apply for change of status. But usually, in my opinion, these student visas are rather fast process, and it also depends on the country, because there are countries that the processing times are okay, standard, fast, but there are countries that still have longer processing times and the backlog is longer. So I would do, probably first thing I would do is to check what is the actual processing time in your home country, in the embassy that you plan to attend for the interview, visa interview, and based on that make a decision, right? That's number one. Number two, if you are, like I said, going for a student visa, you can easily fly to the United States on B visa, change the status, and do it in the United States, provided you plan to stay in the United States and you don't want to travel back and forth, right? Because the moment you leave the US, then you have to go through the US consulate again. So that's that. Also, if you are investor, entrepreneur, and you do have intent already in your head that you plan to actually change the status in the United States, here is the issue that could be a problem potentially for you. If you are intending to start a business, right? And you know that you will need to change the status and you are planning to change the status, the moment you enter in the country, you already are sort of breaking the law, even though nobody can really tell, but your intent is already not to be a tourist in the United States under B visa, but to change the status. Then if you come to the United States and you right away change the status, then if you get the approval and at some point in the future you want to actually leave the country, you would have to go through the consular processing again. And here is the issue. When you do that, they might look at you like you sort of intentionally was breaking the law or about to break the law, because intentionally you were entering the country with the intention to change the status, right? So this could be a challenge, and that could be a reason for you not to actually get that E2 visa approval. However, if you wait long enough, for example, you enter the country, you wait 3 or 4 months and then you change the status, then you can actually explain it that actually that wasn't my intention. I realized in the US, as I was there as a tourist, that I want to start this business. Then this can be definitely beneficial in the process of applying for E2 visa through the US consulate. But I'm telling you, there's some consulate that actually can look at you negatively just because you did that, right? On the other hand, when you find out that the processing time through consular processing through the consulate in your country is way too long and you cannot wait another year or so, you don't have an option. You can actually only do it to fly to the United States under B visa, enter the country and change status and start a business. Later on, if you need to leave, you do that, and then you actually go through the US consulate again and apply for E2 visa, right? But if you can wait and you are just starting out the process, right? You're just starting the business, then in my opinion, if you are in your country, I would do it through US consulate. if you can afford to wait. Unless there is no backlog in your country, then you absolutely go for it and do it through US Consulate. It doesn't really matter whether you apply through US Consulate or USCIS, because the process, the paperwork is the same. And in my experience, most of the cases I was suggesting to most of the cases I was dealing with in the past were done through US Consulate. The reason is because the moment you get that visa stamp in your passport, you can actually travel for period either 2 years or 5 years, depending on the country where you're from. However, when you do the change of status, you're kind of stuck in the United States. You cannot leave, because the moment you leave, you would have to go through US Consulate in your home country again and get that stamp, right? So I always suggested in the past that my clients are doing this process through US Consulate rather than USCIS for this reason, which is very valid reason. And also the filing fee is actually less expensive when you do it through US Consulate than through USCIS. So I hope I answered your question. I hope that this is going to help you make a decision. And if you want to learn more how you can get E2 visa, check out my program for E2 visa investors. The link is going to be below. This is a discounted program right now. You can actually enroll for discounted price. And if you have comments or questions about the program, you're welcome to actually post them below in description. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for upcoming videos. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.